All right, coming to you live from Orlando, Florida, the M-Bar Show. Signing in. We have a great show in store for today with big discussion on the Florida teams, Miami, Tampa Bay, and Jacksonville. Plus a little bit of the other teams that are up on the upper rise. But I hope everyone has had a great weekend. I understand that, it's Tuesday. And it's just the beginning. Anyone that listens to this today, I know a lot of you have just pressed play. And this is a live episode today. And I'm very, very, very pumped for it because the Miami Dolphins are still undefeated. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it right away with the Miami Dolphins. It is impressive. Even as a optimistic Dolphin fan as I can be, I'm even surprised that they're starting out 3-0. And the Raiders came into Miami, down 0-2. Not like in the finals, but you know what I mean. Haven't even won a game yet. Looking for their first win of the season. But the Dolphins were too determined to start 3-0, I believe. And I even predicted that the Dolphins would win by 12. And we even got past that. So, the 3-0 start to the season with the 28-20 win. See, like I said, they won by 8, and I predicted that they would win. What did I say again? It's at 12. So I'm pretty close at it. And last week I was very close as well. So I'm pretty good at my predictions. But next week is where we have our big test. But I'm going to get into the stats real quick with the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders matchup, which it was a good matchup. David Carr came out and scored the first touchdown of the game, so they had the momentum, they had the energy, but I believe that the Dolphins defense just took the soul, just like Howard's right out of their chest with the interception in the end zone, and we'll get into that. But Ryan Tannehill, what an amazing comeback from an injury that a lot of players don't necessarily recover from too well with the ACL. And the knee, you got to have your knee if you're a quarterback. You're running around a lot and any position. But 17 for 23, 289 yards, and 3 touchdown passes. And I believe that's 8 touchdown passes so far in the 3 games. So that's very impressive at a passer rating of also, about 78, 79, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I am doing this podcast by myself, but it does not matter. Anyways, the Dolphins Nation got to be happy and got to be excited. I know I am. And we have our... let's just go down the list real quick, who we played so far. So I don't want to get too excited, and I don't want to get you other Dolphin fans super excited. Because you know what happens when we get super excited. Excuse me a second. We get disappointed come postseason. And as long as Ryan Tannehill can stay healthy and this defense can stay as sharp as it has, it doesn't have to play like it has each and every game. But just to give our offense the opportunities that the defense has, it's amazing. And, even Ryan Tannehill rushed for 26 yards off of 3 carries. And that's a lot of that is when it's third down or second and long, and he gets that first down. He is not afraid to run the ball, and you gotta respect that from a quarterback that's already been in the league 7 years now. So let's just be real, and the Ryan Tannehill haters, I can see where you could resent the team for the lack of productivity the past few years, but you can't blame it on him. First of all, he was injured a year for the whole year last year, and the year before that, the offensive line couldn't even, protect him whatsoever. He was the most sacked quarterback in the last 3 years. It's just amazing to see now that with the options that he has now, the quick receivers and the trickery plays that they can come up with, the Wildcat can be a comeback. And I think that might be the case. But also, we got to also be able to throw the long ball, which Tannehill's already shown that with the 75-yard touchdown to Stills. And Kenny Stills is a great wideout. But we got, Grant with 2 touchdowns. And we had Wilson with 1 touchdown, which was a 74-yarder. And that's amazing. From Tannehill's perspective, it's amazing. And it's sad, though, at our running back core right now, because it's sad when your quarterback gets more yards than you, with Frank Gore with only 6 carries and 12 yards. So we only got about 9 more minutes. I'm going to move on. I'm very proud of my Dolphins, but we're going to go to Jacksonville. What a disappointing afternoon Sunday for Jacksonville. And we'll get into it. They lost today they lost at home to the Titans in a very low-scoring battle game. Like, you thought that at least Jacksonville would be able to put up some more points than 6. My goodness. Final score is 9-6. There's no offense. Tired defense says it all. I mean, that's it. I mean, you got Blake Bortles, 155 yards. There's no highlight things here. You got TJ Yeldon, 7 carries, 44 yards. You got the Titans, Mariota, 100 yards. Isn't that sad? That's sad. And he also is not too great health-wise at this moment. But moving on, because there wasn't much on that game. I'm very disappointed in that. I would love to have seen the Florida teams all go 3-0 this week. But Monday Night Football. Pittsburgh comes into Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay is playing at a cylinder right now that surprises a lot of people in the league. And there's a lot of bandwagon jumpers, and I believe that there was a lot of pressure on them last night, and they just couldn't get it done. But Tampa never gave up. Big Ben, 30 for 38, 353 yards, solid play. You got 3 touchdowns and the 1 interception, and this will get a lot of you a kick, especially if I don't get it pronounced right. But we got the wide receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster. I guess I said it right. 116 yards receiving. And then you got Vance McDonald, also 112 yards, a 75-yard touchdown from Big Ben. Ben Roethlisberger got it done in Tampa Bay this previous night, last night, and I didn't get to watch the game. I had to work, but I came home and I was thinking that the Bucs were going to be able to get it, but the Steelers just have a weird way of always showing weakness and then coming out the next week and the next few weeks just determined, and they get W's. But Steelers were desperate for a win, right? I mean, being 1-1, and I'm not talking about winning column. We're talking a loss and a tie. So they were desperate. I mean, that's basically going 0-3 if you're 0-1 and or 0-2 and 1. Oh my goodness, you're done. I wouldn't say you're necessarily done, but the odds are just not in your favor. You got to go on winning streaks, and you put more pressure on your organization, not as just your team, but everybody. And so that's what I'm glad for being a Miami Dolphins fan. 3-0. Huh. It's very nice to be a Dolphins fan right now. But looking here at the stats more, Tampa Bay had a great chance. And the interceptions in the first half got to them. I think that got them in a deep hole that Pittsburgh was not going to allow them to get back out of. And the Pittsburgh Steelers just played so much smarter. They really did. And Steelers defense answered those critics, saying that, Mike Tomlin couldn't have his boys ready, and, the talk with the industry. And I love Pittsburgh. I love Pittsburgh. I love even the Bucs, Jags, Dolphins. And, I love the Green Bay Packers. I love, there's different teams that I follow as well. It's not just them, the Dolphins. But that's my team. That's my solid team. But, that's basically it for right now. I just wanted to talk about the Florida teams and a little bit about Pittsburgh. The Bucs couldn't get it done, but I am very impressed how they played. I saw the highlights just recently today, and I'm very, very pleased in and satisfied in the loss. Because you can get satisfaction in losses today, people. I'm telling you, because there's always room for improvement in all aspects of the game. So with only having 4 minutes left, I just want to thank anybody that pressed play, and I hope that you can have the courage to be able to save anybody today that just needs, maybe a shoulder to cry on, or maybe someone just to talk to that just that's going through a lot of things mentally, or going through a lot of things, with passing of a loved one, or, just be there for someone. That's just my words of encouragement. Try to be, the best version of you, but at the same time, make sure that you can look out for others as well. And that's something that I still need to, practice what I preach on. So there's also going to be a lot of different episodes coming up here in this week. I want to be able to do a faith episode tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time. I'm going to try to aim for around 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., around the same time I started this one. But I just want to thank you for taking the time to hear my opinion and analysts of the game. I love football, and we got NBA in October coming here soon too as well. I'm excited for that with LeBron James and the Lakers. And staying back on topic, but football, I'm very excited. There's a lot of great teams out there right now with the Kansas City Chiefs as well. They got a quarterback. They really do. And if you have the elite quarterback, you can make it far into not just the playoffs, but the regular season to get to the playoffs. Can't we all agree on that? And Tom Brady is going to be very hungry for this matchup. I want to go ahead and end it out with this. I am not predicting the Dolphins to win Sunday, but if they do, mark my words, watch out, league. We're going to the Super Bowl. Because if we can beat New England, and then I believe we got Cincinnati next after that. I mean, our schedule is not that bad. I mean, I just want to see if they do go 3-game losing streak. When's the last time New England's ever done that? Might have to look that up. And be able to... You actually looked that up, you listener. You almost thought I was going to call you something else. But no, I hope everyone has a blessed week. And just know that God's all in control. He has the last word. And look out for the episode tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and just get back on track. I used to do a lot of different episodes for the Lord. And I only got 1 more minute, so I'm going to go ahead and freestyle with it. All right? So everyone be blessed. And let's get it, man. I've gone on this beat so many times. Man. Fiddle play. Oh, that's why. Give me 1 minute. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds live. This is the M-Bar Show. Hashtag me on Twitter. Instagram is Young M-Bars with the Z at the end, 89. We got a lot more in store. God bless you. Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to do the freestyle today, but that's all right. You can be able to check out a lot of my different freestyles there on my page, The M-Bar Show. Have a good day. Technical difficulty.